What I'm saying, Sheila, if everybody stands up en masse to this transanity and says, no, this cannot happen. You are not going to injure my daughter. You are not going to defeat my daughter in an unfair race. Then we're going to get somewhere. We need that, that great scene, Sheila, in Spartacus when the Roman centurion comes to the slaves and says, now, which one of you is Spartacus? They want to haul him back to Rome and execute him. And you see a guy who isn't Spartacus. He says, I'm Spartacus. Then another one who isn't Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. And what are you going to do? Execute everybody? We need an I'm Spartacus moment. And I can tell you this, Sheila, I hear rumblings out there. The next Swim Ontario meet where Sapita is apparently going to show up, it's going to be in Aurelia, January 19th to 21st. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I have been tipped off that there are going to be women demonstrators there. And I even spoke to one who's trying to get a group together that if he shows up, they are going to physically block the entrance to the female change room. It's going to be equal parts swimming and WWE, Sheila, I'll tell you. But I hope we do see that courage. And I hope Mr. Poilievre takes a stand on transanity. It is a winning wedge item for him.
I said that was the last question, but there's something else that I want to talk to you about, because this is something that you and I care deeply about, and that is wrestling. And I was at a wrestling event a couple of weeks ago in Edmonton. I think I won't say the name, but people can probably figure out what the event was. But I was there. And before the main event, not even the main event, before even the early matches started, just the jobber matches, the announcer lectured the crowd to make sure that we didn't say anything homophobic or transphobic or discriminatory. And I was like, whoa, we're lucky this is my first beer and not my third. Looking at certain sports now, I wonder, could they get away with Golddust these days? Definitely no.
I'll go back even further before my time. Gorgeous George. In a way, homophobia is one of the age-old themes of wrestling. You have somebody who's obviously a very strong male that can, wrestle with other males, but he's wearing robes with rhinestones on it, platinum blonde dyed hair. And they're playing off on the crowd. So I'm actually shocked that pro wrestling, of all things, is becoming woke. I mean, my favorite comment ever of pro wrestling, Sheila, it goes to Jerry Seinfeld, that when you think about it, if pro wrestling didn't exist, you couldn't possibly invent it. I mean, the idea of 300-pound men in bathing suits and construction boots running around, flipping each other upside down. So I have never experienced that. The last live wrestling event, it was an Impact wrestling event in Windsor this summer. And there was none of that. But Sheila, let me ask you a question. What was the driver of that? Because usually, when I go to a pro wrestling event, Sheila, half the fun isn't happening in the ring. It's in the spectators. It's me screaming insults at everybody. Yeah, I know. I'm a hell of a heckler, if you must know. But and usually I don't go in that direction when I'm heckling, but don't tell me what to do either. And know the audience. Yeah, people aren't going to heckle homophobic insults or transphobic insults. I don't think people's minds go there. But at the same time, know your audience. This is a crowd that happily pays money to go to an event that the woke left would call toxic masculinity. And so they go there to avoid the wokeness that they're getting in basketball and all these other sports and the pride jerseys. That's why you go to wrestling, is for the testosterone charged soap opera escapism of it all. You don't need your lecture and your land acknowledgement before it goes. Yeah, but like you said, Sheila, a wrestler, and I thought it was one of the greatest gimmicks, Golddust. You know what? That might be seen as transphobic. The late, great Iron Sheik. Could you do that? A caricature of an Arab today, with the curved boots and the headwear? Maybe not, given what's happening in the world these days. And, these stereotypes, I think, is what made wrestling great. I mean, my goodness, it's not reality. It's not even sports. It's sports entertainment. And for that genre to go woke, you're absolutely right, Sheila. It's shameful, and it's the organizers not understanding who their consumers are. These aren't your Bud Light drinkers in the crowd, Sheila.
Oh, hey, what you just saw there is a clip from my weekly full-length show, The Gunn Show. It airs on Wednesday, but this is the internet. You can watch it whenever you feel like. You just have to become a subscriber to our paywalled premium content. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com to become a member today.